Hello and welcome to Incredible Inverts and Other Animals with me, Phil. Now in this video we're going to have a look at a very iconic species of spider, and in particular a species of tarantula spider. So we're going to have a look at the Mexican red-kneed tarantula. Let's have a look.
Okay, so here we have the Mexican red-kneed tarantula, or Brachypelma hamorii. Now, as their name suggests, these guys are found in Mexico, and in particular just down the Balas River along the Pacific coast of Mexico, and inhabit the hilly tropical deciduous forests there. And in those forests they construct burrows where they spend most of their time. These burrows can be found under rocks, logs, at the base of trees, and even amongst sort of shrubs and even tall grass clumps. Now these guys are probably one of the most popular tarantulas kept in captivity. Their bright coloration makes them popular with this sort of the orange on their legs, and that's where they get their common name from, of the red-kneed tarantula. But also fairly docile in nature, and that's because they are one of the New World tarantulas. The size also plays a part in their popularity. These guys are kind of a nice size tarantula. They're not overly big like some of the big Goliath bird-eating spiders, and they're not small like the dwarf tarantulas. But also longevity, their lifespan plays a part in this. So females of the species can live 30 years, sometimes even a little bit over that. Whereas males, unfortunately, only live about 5 years, and that's whether they mate or not. So a lot of people think females will eat the male, but that's not always the case. And in fact, it's kind of an evolutionary tactic played by tarantula spiders, where males live far less than the females, and that hopefully means then that the female, whenever she mates, it's with a different male, and therefore the genetics within the young and within the species can be as varied as possible. So it also means that males from one clutch cannot mate with females from the same clutch, because they often mature at different times to each other. So often a male may mature before the females within the same clutch of eggs. Now in terms of defense, for these guys they use various ways. So one of the first ways is their bright coloration. So these bright sort of colours are what we call startle coloration, and this serves as a warning to any animal that might be thinking of having a snack on these guys, to warn that they actually possess a few ways of defend themselves. Now they could be poisonous, like various amphibians. These aren't. They are venomous though, so they do have a venomous bite, but they'd rather not use that in terms of defense. It's a waste of venom, and the venom's not particularly strong. So instead, a lot of terrestrial New World tarantulas possess very specialised hairs. Now these hairs are very fine and can be found on the abdomen, and these are called Architating hairs, and these are barbed. So when friend, they'll actually use their back legs to kind of kick these hairs off in kind of a cloud of all these fine Architating hairs, and as I said, they are barbed, so when they get onto a predator skin or our skin, it can irritate, like being stung by stinging nettles almost. So, but they can also get into eyes, and that can cause temporarily blindness or even other sort of damage to the eyes, and it can get into the airways and cause some breathing problems as well. So it's a very effective defense, and whilst the predator's going through this, the tarantula will make a quick getaway.
Okay, well I hope you enjoyed that look at the Mexican red-kneed tarantula. Hopefully you'll agree with me that absolutely stunning species of spider. And hopefully you can see why they're so popular within captivity and within tarantula collections, and why almost anyone with a tarantula collection will have a Mexican red-knee or have kept a Mexican red-knee at some point. For me, they are a must-have within my collection. I couldn't imagine a collection without this species, or some of the other species within the genus, and even within the sort of the red-kneed, the red-legged tarantulas. There's quite a few out there. And certainly if you haven't yet and you're interested in these types of tarantulas, do check out Andrew Smith's documentary on the red-legged spiders of Mexico, which you can find at Love Tarantulas YouTube, which I'll put a link down below in the description. So It's also, I believe, he just released that on DVD, which is well worth getting. I'll certainly be ordering mine from there, as well as his other DVD they released previously, which I do have on the Lasiadoras. So do go and check that out for even more information on the Mexican Redknee and for footage of them in the field, in the wild, and stuff, which is absolutely great to see, where we can then use that within our captive collections. So again, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe and hit that bell for notifications if you haven't already. Also leave some comments down below for me. Do you keep tarantulas? If so, what species do you keep? Are you looking for any species to get? Do you not keep tarantulas but want to get into tarantulas? A great thing, they are absolutely fantastic things to keep, but it's a bit of a rabbit hole. There's a lot of variety out there. And so, are Mexican Redknees one of your favourites? Or are you someone that doesn't really get the hype of the Brachypelmas of the Mexican Redknees? Okay, let me know. So other than that, cheers for watching guys, and we'll see you next Sunday when we'll have another look at an incredible invert or other animal. Goodbye.